In this video, I'll show you how to add Google Maps to a WordPress page using the JetElements Advanced Map widget. We'll create a Google Cloud project, generate and protect the API key, then paste it into JetElements. For most small and medium websites, Google Maps usage can stay within the free monthly limits. And after the key is ready, the WordPress part is very simple. Let's start in Google Cloud Console. First, make sure you are signed in to your Google account. Then open the Google Cloud Console, connected to your account. On the welcome screen, you may see several quick access links, but before we enable anything, we need to create a project. To do that, click the project selector in the top left area of the screen. In my case, it currently says No Organization. From this window, click New Project. Now give your project a clear name. I'll call mine Maps API because this project will be used specifically for the Google Maps integration. After that, click Create. Once the project is created, open the project selector again and choose the project you just created. Now we are working inside the specific project. Next, open the main menu in the top left corner. Go to APIs and Services and then open this section. Here click Enable APIs and Services. This takes us to the API library. In the search field, type Maps JavaScript API. You will see several Maps-related APIs, but for displaying and integrating Google Maps on website, we need Maps JavaScript API. So click it and then click Enable. At this point, Google will ask you to set up billing. This part can feel a bit confusing, but Google Maps platform requires billing information before the API can be used. As you can see on the screen, Google explains that the card is used to verify the account and that you are not charged automatically unless you manually upgrade to a paid account. It also shows the free usage information available for Google Maps platform APIs. So here I select my country, agree to continue, and then complete the billing setup. After the billing information is confirmed, Google asks a few additional questions about your industry, use case, and preferred platform. This is mostly used to personalize the Google Cloud experience. You can fill it in or skip it if the option is available. After that, Google creates the API key. When the key appears, copy it to your clipboard. This is the key that we will later use on the website. You may also see the option that enables all related Google Maps APIs for this project. In my case, this option is enabled by default. That means Google will activate not only the single Maps JavaScript API, but also other Maps-related APIs that may be useful for this project. For a typical map setup, the most important ones are usually Map JavaScript API and Geocoding API. The Maps JavaScript API allows the map itself to load on the website. The Geocoding API is important when you want to work with normal text addresses, not only latitude and longitude coordinates. After copying the key, click Go to Google Maps platform. Now Google gives us an option to protect the API key. I strongly recommend doing this right away. Leaving an API key unrestricted is not a good idea because it can potentially be used from places you did not intend. So instead of choosing Maybe Later, click Restrict key. For a website project, choose Websites as the restriction type. Then enter the website domain where this API key is allowed to work. Now the API key is limited to that website. After that, open Keys and Credentials from the left side menu inside Google Maps platform. Here you can see your active API keys. You can also open the key later, show it, copy it again, edit restrictions, or change which APIs are connected to it. In my example, you can see that this key is connected to multiple Google Maps platform APIs because we enabled the related map services during this setup. But again, for the map integration we are working on, the key APIs are Geocoding API and Maps JavaScript API. Once the key is created, restricted, and copied, the Google Cloud part is ready. Now we can move to the website and use this API key inside the map widget. For this part, I already have the JetElements plugin installed and activated on my WordPress website. To add the key, go to your WordPress dashboard, open the Crocoblock section, and then go to Jet Plugin Settings. Inside the JetElements settings, open the Integrations tab. Here, set the map provider to Google Maps. Then paste your Google Maps API key into the API key field. The settings are saved automatically, so after you insert the key, JetElements is ready to use Google Maps on the website. Now I'll open my pre-made Contact Us page in Elementor. As you can see, this is a simple 2-column layout. On the left side, I already have the contact information. On the right side, I'm going to add the JetElements widget called Advanced Map. Once the widget is added, it is basically ready to work right away. It connects to Google Maps using the API key we added in the JetElements settings. By default, the widget uses the address from the Map Center address field to position the map. It also uses the pin address field to place the marker on the map. For this example, I'm only going to make sure that the map is high enough so it displays properly inside the container. I won't make any advanced styling changes here, but you can see that the widget gives you plenty of customization options. You can adjust the map controls, choose different map styles, and add multiple pins if your layout needs more than one location. Now I'll publish the page and open the preview. And here's the result. My Google map is now displayed on the Contact Us page, and the marker is shown according to the address we entered in the widget. So as you can see, the whole setup is pretty straightforward. Getting a Google Maps API key is not as difficult as it may seem at first. And for small websites and even many medium-sized websites, the free monthly usage is usually enough for this kind of map integration. Most importantly, once the API key is created, adding it to the website is very simple with the JetElements plugin. That's it for this tutorial. If it was helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.